All right, we're going to go to a phoner now. On the phone with us is Con Ed Representative Alfonso Quiroz. Alfonso, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell us about the state right now of electricity in the New York area, and whether or not we're hearing that you might be shutting off some transformers.
Well, we have about a couple of thousand customers that are out right now due to obviously the high wind. Those are mostly centered around Brooklyn. But we are going to be really paying attention very closely to those low-lying areas, especially in lower Manhattan, where if the seawater comes in and starts flooding our equipment, we're going to be in real big trouble. So what we will do is that we will go in, number one, watching the system very carefully. If the seawater reaches a certain level that we feel is too high, we will come in and automatically turn down some of that equipment. The reason why we do that is because it's easier to restore once the storm is over. Once the water is gone, we'll be able to dry things out. We'll be able to make any repairs that are necessary, and we'll be able to make the restorations for the customers.
And Alfonso, I'm sorry, you do have some support coming in because we've been hearing various reports. Tell us about that kind of support that you have going for you.
Well, when anything like this happens, we call in mutual aid, and we've called in hundreds of people from utilities from around the country to come in and help us out. We also have about 700 other consultants that we've had come in to help us out, and of course we have 14,000 men and women of Con Edison who we've got all hands on deck at this point.
Yeah, you know, Alfonso, as we talk about lower Manhattan and low-lying areas, got to ask you about that huge Con Ed plant that's along the East River, right by the drive there between 14th and 15th Streets. How do you prevent water from getting into that facility and, you know, perhaps blackouts as a result of that?
Well, that is a steam facility,
okay.
and so that produces steam, and we have shut down some of our steam mains, and the reason why we shut steam down is because you don't want cold temperature going near a steam pipe, because it could be a very dangerous mix. And many people don't realize, but steam is only in Manhattan from about the 90s down to the Battery, and it provides, you know, heat, air conditioning. It runs the elevators in the Empire State Building, and it's a very clean source of energy. But when we have a situation like this where there may be flooding in the streets and in our underground systems, sometimes we're going to have to shut these things down.
A whole other concern.
Yeah, we've got some problems now, obviously. Let me ask you, without frightening anybody, how bad do you anticipate this thing could get? What are you really expecting?
Well, from what we're seeing now, this could be one of the worst storms in our history.
Wow.
So obviously this is going to hit us twofold. It's going to hit us with the high winds are first going to come in that will really tear up areas of Staten Island and Westchester County, where we all have overhead lines. And as I talked about before, the other part of this assault is going to be the flooding.
Yeah, and you know, you probably also heard that this storm is really moving quicker now. It's now at 28 miles per hour, so we're expecting landfall somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. So that's another factor that you have to put in there. That's
right. We're watching it very carefully. We're reminding all of our customers, of all New Yorkers, that if they have any kind of power problems, be sure to call us at 1-800-75-CON-ED. One of the best tips that we're giving out today: now is the time to recharge your cell phones.
Okay, Alfonso.
Now is the time to recharge all your handheld devices, because if the power goes out, you're going to want to be able to reach out to people.
Absolutely. Good advice. Thank you, Alfonso, for joining us. The very latest from Con Ed. We're keeping you up to date on all the information you need to know.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to give you